everybody, this is your girl Chutney.
And this is your boy Corey.
And we are back with another episode of Young, Black, Educated, and
In Love.
So first, I know you guys noticed that we are rocking our hoodies. My hair is kind of big.
My old school Clayton State hoodie.
Yeah, he representing Clayton State. I'm representing, what was this?
You got that at Indiana State for what
some
program we did. We volunteered.
It was a good cause. It was a good cause. So I could put my hoodie over, but as you can see, my hair is kind of big. But y'all know what it's about. So So we just wanted to make sure to show our love and support for Trayvon Martin and his family and the whole case. You got to have been under a rock to not have heard about it. But yes, and also I know that Corey's been getting a whole lot of flack for for me not being in the video. So don't be mad at Corey. Don't be mad at Corey. It's partly me. I have a lot going on. So he makes sure to kind of fill in those instances. But I am here. I thank you guys so much for your love and for asking for me. I greatly appreciate it. So we're here, we're back, we're going to do a video tonight. Going to make it really short, quick and dirty. And the topic tonight is going to be about not being a placeholder. And so, or not settling for being a placeholder or having a placeholder in your life. And so we're going to start with Corey kind of explaining a little bit about what a placeholder is and what we mean by that.
A placeholder. If we can parallel it, it's like we went furniture shopping at one point, and I wanted the cheap furniture because I'm cheap. I wanted the furniture that was for right now, and I said, you know what, in about 3 years, we'll get some more. Let's get this cheap furniture, we'll get some more. But then Chutney knows me, and she said, Corey, what's going to happen is you're going to get that furniture, and then in 3 years, when I say, hey, let's get the furniture we want, you ain't gonna want to switch out because you're gonna be content with the furniture that we already bought, the cheap furniture. And so what that furniture was place holding. We was gonna have some place holding furniture, but it would have turned into our, I guess you could say, primary furniture.
So we would have ended up settling for this furniture that we didn't want, that was low in quality. And that really wasn't going to be the furniture that was going to take us into, because we're looking for furniture that we can take into our new home. We're in an apartment right now. So it wasn't going to be the furniture that was going to take us into that next stage of our lives. And so similar to that, you want to make sure that the person in your life, especially if you're in a serious relationship, is a person that you're going to be able to move through life with, that you're not going to be stagnant with, and is not going to, which essentially happens when you have a placeholder. It holds a place, so you don't move anywhere. And I know for many of us, we're not getting any younger, not saying that we're older, but I think at the age that many of our viewers are, they're looking for someone who they can potentially see themselves with, moving throughout life. So that's the gist of what we mean when we talk about a placeholder. So we want to leave you guys with a couple of important points. And the first point is acknowledging that you have a placeholder in your life. Acknowledge that the person that you're with is that. You've settled for someone who is not making you happy, is not giving you what you want essentially in terms of a relationship or the type of relationship you want, but you're scared of being alone. Many times, I know in the unhealthy relationship that I was in, the person that I was with wouldn't give me the relationship that I wanted, a serious, committed one. And so I was afraid of being alone. I was afraid of not having anyone there because I had gotten so used to that 4 or 5 years of having someone there. And so I settled for allowing him to still be in my life, even though we weren't going anywhere. The relationship had kind of stagnated.
Right, and we got advice even when we were furniture shopping. And I know we're talking about furniture, but we're trying to parallel it. We got advice to say, hey, just wait a little longer. Do what you can do without having furniture, and then save up and get the furniture you want.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do in your relationships. You have to be patient. I know you want to be in a relationship for some people. I know you don't like being single. It's a boring life, all those things. But
no, it's not boring. Don't say that. It doesn't have to be boring.
Some people think it's boring.
Yeah.
I don't think it's boring. Let me rephrase that.
Right.
But it's not boring, but in some people's minds, it's boring not having a relationship, seeing everybody else in a relationship. but you got to realize that you got to invest in what you really want, and that takes time. We bought the furniture. We ended up buying the furniture we wanted. And we are so happy with it. It's going to last us for a long time. Same way you have to do in your relationships or with the people that you potentially, want to be with. Don't settle for a placeholder. And the second thing we wanted to leave you with is that you gotta see the value in yourself and to see that you are worth more than just a placeholder. Meaning that you have to see that you are a king or a queen and you deserve to have a king or a queen. And you need that person that's made for you and not the person that's just going to fill in that spot for you.
Until that king or queen comes
right.
along. Yeah. You can, I know you guys have all heard the saying, you can do bad all by yourself. So you don't need anybody else to help you be miserable. You don't need anybody else to help you be lonely, or you don't need anybody else to help bring you down. You can do that all on your own. So don't add anybody else to that. Don't again settle. I think that's the biggest takeaway point that we want you to have here. Make sure, I think it was, as we've said in several of our past videos, make sure to establish the standards that you want for yourself in terms of a relationship and in terms of your personal life, and make sure you stick to those. Yes.
And you said something that was very important. She said sometimes you are in a relationship and you really are looking for somebody else while you have someone.
Oh, yes.
And that's a bad situation to be in. At least in my opinion, and I think our opinion. But it's a bad situation to be in, looking for somebody else while you stuck with another person. Because sometimes you end up letting that other person go that could have been a great person because you got this person holding that spot. And sometimes you got to clear out that space so you can let that new person in.
And trust me, that happens. Again, in my past situation, I was constantly, pretty much the whole time I was looking, because I knew early on that the relationship wasn't going to go any further. But again, that fear of being alone, that fear of stepping outside of my comfort zone, which had been that person in that relationship, was very, very frightening for me. So a lot of other situations or future relationships I had to let go of, or I missed out on those opportunities because those guys were like, aren't you with such and such? You and old boy together, right? No, that's old boy's girl. Or, ain't you with old dude? Like, you know how we gotta talk. But that would be, the way that things would go. And even though I wasn't in a committed, serious relationship with this guy, he and I were essentially looked at as a pair. Even though, unbeknownst to them, he was literally just holding a place for me. We weren't going anywhere. So yeah,
don't miss out on your blessings.
Yes.
And so we just wanted to hit you with this quick video. If you have any questions, you can always contact us using the information at the end of this video. Any other words for them?
Nope.
Well, we want to thank you again for tuning in, and we hope that you watch our future videos, and please share these and subscribe. All right, God bless you and have a great day.
Bye.